Rule 7, St. Ignatius invited us to see our desolations as a test from God to grow in a certain area or a certain virtue in our lives. In Rule 8 now, St. Ignatius is basically getting specific about what virtue the Lord might be asking us to work on. So he says, and I quote, "Let those who are in desolation work to be in patience." So it's pretty clear. If you're in desolation, it just might be an invitation from God to work on your patience or your perseverance. Now, the word patience or perseverance might seem a little bit abstract. Here's a couple of other ways of describing patience and perseverance. It's the virtue of not quitting, of not giving up. It's the virtue of sticking to it. So patience is the virtue of sticking to it. That's not a description you're going to find in St. Ignatius or St. Thomas Aquinas, but it means the exact same thing. So if you're struggling to stick to it, or if you're struggling to persevere, it might help to know that it's a virtue today that's diametrically opposed to our culture. Because today we're so conditioned to getting everything we want and getting it now. I remember a comedian once complaining about his daughter, who herself was complaining about the slow internet speeds in her house, and she was finding it impossible to get things done on her phone. And the comedian just thought, well, wait a second, doesn't whatever you're doing on the phone need to go to a satellite in outer space and then come back down to your phone to complete its task? I mean, it needs to go to outer space, for goodness sakes. You can wait just a few seconds. So this is just the air we breathe. We're conditioned. It's like we're conditioned not to be able to persevere. We're conditioned not to stick with things. But as any farmer will tell you, sometimes you need to stick to it. You can't rush a good thing. So again, Rule 8 is an invitation to see our spiritual desolations as an opportunity to work on the virtue of patience.